And we're back on Talk of the Town, and the smile on my face, I guarantee you, is not because I've already started drinking, okay? But we're going to get to that in a little bit as we bring in Rob Lewis from Lewis Station Winery out in Lake Mill. Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
First, let's talk about this. We were talking about it a little bit off camera, and I just wanted to get some clarification. The difference between I guess an out in the country winery and what you are, Wisconsin urban winery. What's an urban winery?
You got it. So as you described, most people think when they think winery that you're driving out into the country and you're looking at this beautiful vineyard and so forth, and that's certainly a great setting for a beautiful winery. Now we're an urban winery, so we're right downtown Lake Mills. So we're actually in an old vintage gas station that we remodeled and became a kind of a micro winery. So we have a patio outside. We're overlooking Commons Park. So we don't have a vineyard on site because we're, again, right downtown.
Right. Yeah, and Commons Park, if you haven't been to Lake Mills, I'm sure most of you have been to Lake Mills, but what a gorgeous setting downtown like that and on the park. And they got farmers markets and festivals.
Absolutely.
And a great time to come in and try some wine. So, talk about, I guess, a little bit too, where can we find out about like events that you not only have, but not only the events, but like what types of wine are we going to drink when we come to these events?
Yeah, you got it. So we produce about 18 different varieties right now.
Oh, wow.
So we have a handful of sweet and semi-sweet style wines that we produce, as well as some dry varieties, which we have some here on the table that we're going to sample in a minute. But we do host a lot of events like paint nights. We do movie nights. We have some classes and so forth that we teach at the winery. And the best way to find us is social media. So you can find me on Twitter at Lewis Station, or probably the best way to find me is on Facebook.
Or another good way, just going to the winery.
Or just go to the winery, that's right, yeah.
Also good. Do you offer food as well?
We do, yeah. Actually, we have a master chef on staff that has this very farm-to-table approach. Okay. And it started last year on Wednesdays. You had mentioned the farmer's market in Lake Mills, that he walks the farmer's market, gets all fresh ingredients, and then prepares them fresh at the winery. And we do what's called wine and tapas, and that's all the tapas you can eat and 2 glasses of wine for $20. So, but that's just on Wednesdays, but we do have a menu that we serve food every day, like cracker bread style pizzas and salads, and of course Wisconsin fresh cheese, and he takes a very local approach. So all of the ingredients he doesn't buy from the big food producers. He actually goes to the butcher and gets the meat that way, and goes directly to the cheese producer and gets cheese. So everything is very localized, farm to table.
Just to let Tony, our station manager, know right now along the line, I need next Wednesday off. Okay, we're just...
I'll see you there.
Right, yeah. Exactly. So you have free tastings then as well?
We do. So we have, so the first 3 wine tastings are free. After that, there's a small charge. Again, we have 18 that you can choose from. But we also have a tasting bar for olive oils and vinegars.
Oh, wow.
So we have a big tasting bar that you can actually sample all these olive oils and vinegars.
Excellent.
Which comes in handy because that's in a lot of the menu choices that we have on the plates too.
So now, speaking of tastings, you brought some wines with, one's even adorned with a medal. Let's talk about the wines you brought with first, and then we'll do some tasting.
Hey, that sounds great. So as I mentioned that, we do some sweet wines as well. So we've got, for example, this one here is our Bartles Peach, and that is a Chardonnay blended with peach. So we have 8 different grape and fruit blends that we do. They're all going to be kind of semi-sweet because there's a lot of Wisconsin drinkers that absolutely love their sweet wine. So we do that. We've got our Pinot Noir, which just won a double gold medal at the World Wine Competition.
Nice.
And then we have a pomegranate Zinfandel, so that's one of our sweet wines, but it's also red. And then at the end is our Zinfandel. It's our most award-winning wine. That just won a gold medal as well at the World Wine Competition.
Terrific.
Yeah.
So we got the Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
All right, so cheers. Should I do a little swirl? Am I swirling here?
Apparently you've had wine before.
I've had.
You know what to do.
A few glasses here or there, so take a look at that. Delicious.
Isn't it delicious?
What a good Pinot.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't have a vineyard on site, I mentioned, but we have I have contracts up and down the coast of California, Oregon, and Washington State. So I select vineyards that are very specific to the wines that I want to produce. So my dry reds are very California oriented.
Yep.
So where a lot of people, when they think Wisconsin wines, they just think sweet or fruit, which I do.
Normally what we got.
But we do big, bold, dry reds that you can find right here in Wisconsin.
Rob, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pleasure having you. Hopefully you check
you.
them out. And thanks for tuning in to Talk of the Town as well, right here on CW57.